Your dad is your boyfriend. Dad realizes cops discovered his horrifying... What, how do you pronounce that word? Horrifying secret. Let's go ahead and get into it. And let's go ahead and react to it. Let's go ahead and get into it, chat. Let's go. Chat, yeah, everybody knows the rules. We 1 point, where is it at? 1.25 it. Shout out to bro. All right, let's go. All right, let's go ahead and start back. Shout out to bro. All right, let's go.
Do you know anything about a gravesite being here? Well, the dog actually alerted to right here. It's lead up against the tree.
Right here, see this?
All right, let's get it. And then after this, chat, we get on the game, chat. After this, we get on the game. After this, we get on the game, chat.
I'm not your dad. He's a dog in jail. Because he's done.
Why didn't he want you to leave with your dad?
When 56-year-old James Jim T. Whitaker suddenly vanished, police believed their biggest concern would be unraveling the truth of what happened to him. But as they dove deeper into the investigation,
how long is this? Only 50 minutes.
They soon
Only 50 minutes.
that this was just the beginning of a twisted case. Jim's disappearance would prove to be the catalyst in exposing a sickening secret that had been kept hidden for years.
Is that nigga a hoarder? Is that nigga a hoarder?
It all began on the afternoon of July 25th, 2020, when sheriff's...
Hold on. See, Vex and Firewall. Y'all clearly wasn't here when we was reacting to 3-5, Reaper Rob, and that boy Taj. We were enjoying that video. Shout out to bro, chat. They don't know, chat. They don't know. They don't know. Shout out to bro.
Deputies
they don't know. Shout out to bro.
To reports of gunshots in a residential neighborhood.
If they don't know, shout out to bro.
We shot gun. 40.
That's some hillbilly shit.
The deputies were greeted by 18-year-old Melody Dixon and her father, 40-year-old Michael, or Mike as he was most often known.
All right.
While Mike had been staying at his friend James Jim Whitaker's property for about 2 years, Melody had moved in about 4 months ago. While nothing may have seemed amiss with the father and daughter initially, police would likely look back at this interaction with concern later.
What'd you shoot in it? What kind of?
What is the? I'm confused though, Chad. Like, what is the crime? I feel like they didn't say the crime yet.
That'd be terrific.
There was something far more alarming going on at this house than disruptive shooting. However, with the residents being so cooperative, the deputies had no reason to think that anything was amiss. They would soon realize just how wrong they were.
Were you shooting anything else?
That and the 22.
Okay.
They're not there yet?
I only shot that once, and I can show you where it hit the tree.
Okay.
Because I know they go far. It's like shooting the rifle, the new ones.
Well, it's no big deal. We had somebody that fired a gun, and it struck a windshield. Nobody got hurt or anything.
Oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened.
The daughter were let off with a warning, and the
that's what happened. So Chad. Basically, someone shot a gun and hit a windshield, and they reported it to the police. Okay, now I'm like, what the hell? What the hell?
Just a few short hours later, though,
they don't know Ayeerondo would be on clips and reactions till like 9, literally, bro. Literally,
another deputy would be back at the same property under vastly different circumstances. Jim's family had called the police to report him missing.
Okay.
This is my dad's property, Jim Whitaker.
Okay.
We haven't been able to communicate with him for 20-some days.
Damn!
Something's happened to him. There's other people in here when we got here. They left about as soon as we got here.
20 days?
He was. The thing is, I know my son. He's never done this. He's 6 years old. He's never just disappeared. Right.
Jim's mother said she'd last talked to him at the beginning of the month, around the 4th of July. They frequently spoke and had made plans to check in with each other the next
used
day.
to play the Corey.
But Jim never answered the phone again. While it was clear Jim was missing, police were likely alarmed to see that Mike and Melody had also vanished. The nature of their relationship, along with the reason they decided to suddenly depart, raised more than a few questions. Jim's family had actually seen Mike acting suspiciously earlier, just after the deputies who responded to the reports of gunshots left.
Hey, Chad, I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I'm about to sit here and guess. I'm about to sit here and exactly guess what's about to happen, bro. Or what happened. I got a strong ass feeling. Them two people they did what they did to Jim Whitaker, and they hit it in like a back of a shed. They hit his body like a back of a shed. That's the only logical. That's the only logical thing I'm thinking in my head right now. I swear for God. Literally, bro.
A 50-pound bag of dog food in one hand, a live dog.
The only logical thing I'm thinking right now is literally that, bro. Literally.
Off of that thing that's out there and a pair of gloves.
Those were not the only items missing from the house. Some of Jim's things were missing too, including a firearm, a crossbow, and 2 TVs.
It's possible that he just took his personal possessions right here in this area.
It's very unlikely. He has struggled to keep this house
I'm just saying it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. Okay. But he would have done that when my mom died, not now, just all of a sudden.
Okay.
Still trying to figure out exactly when Jim went missing, police also spoke with his friend Keith. While he provided interesting information,
damn, ain't no black folks in this video?
More bizarre. Keith claimed that Mike had showed him a strange note, allegedly written by Jim back on July 12th, 13 days earlier.
Mike came out. We were fiddling with something in the garage. Mike was fixing something, and I was sitting there. He fiddling with it. He came in the house, and then he come back out. He's like, I just found this in Melody's stuff.
Okay.
And it sounded like an odd professional love to Mike's and his daughter, that girl Melody / notes.
Yeah.
But, you know,
very weird.
It was signed Jimbo. I didn't think Jimmy ever signed his name Jimbo, you know.
Additionally, the handwriting matched Jim's penmanship, and his mother and daughter both said the way it was written didn't sound like Jim at all. While they didn't know it just yet, this note would end up being a huge clue, helping to explain what exactly had happened to Jim. As well, the timing of the note meant that Jim could have been missing for weeks at this point. It was clear that something wasn't right.
Hillbillies!
Unfortunately, the most likely sources of answers were Mike and his daughter Melody, and they were nowhere to be found. The next day, several deputies and detectives from the sheriff's office returned with a warrant to Jim's property to conduct another search. What they uncovered made their hunt for Mike and Melody even more urgent.
What's in the basement?
Oh,
That's where Michael was staying at. A bunch of crap.
Hey, Chad, I think it's about to get greasy right here, Chad.
Where, what?
Chad, it's about to get greasy right here. It gotta be.
Who kicked in the door? I'm just trying to determine what was like it and what was new, that type of thing.
But that door has never been locked. Never, ever.
So
Mike can put that on.
Jim's basement, Mike's room.
No, I have no idea why.
When the officers entered the basement and saw the conditions, they quickly realized that this
Chad, there is no way y'all told me that the volume was this goddamn low, bro. There's no way. My bad, Chad, my bad.
would not be an easy search. One thing, however, likely stood out to them right away. Mike and Melody were both supposedly living here, but there was only one bed. While this was clearly concerning, it was only the tip
oh, hell no!
Here, but there was only one bed. While this was clearly
Get the fuck out of here. All right, come on. All right, Chad. It comes to a point, dog. It comes to a point, gang. Come on, gang. All right, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Come on. That's just nasty. Get the fuck out, bro. What?
concerning. It was only the tip of the disturbing iceberg when it came to Mike and Melody.
Smells like feet. I think they smell. Wait, what? So I think I could smell it a while ago. No bodies.
That's somebody's house? Or room?
The camo bag?
They don't even got no sheets on the bed.
I
Who's
saw the
walking
camo
over
bag.
trash?
It looks like blood. Right there.
People really living like that?
I was looking at that bag right there.
Right here, you see this? There's three big.
It looks bloodish.
There's four, actually.
Faced with the inhospitable state of the basement, the officers went back upstairs to regroup. Eventually, they decided to call out a K-9 search unit to go over the entire property, inside and out.
They doing the Jankyrondo road
Let's collect that stuff in the basement real quick or send her downstairs. Station 1. Going home and taking a bath. Yes.
The dog didn't alert upstairs or downstairs in the house, not even for the presumed drops of blood on the camouflage print bag found in the basement. A second dog was brought in to double-check and deliver the same result.
Like, what?
While this may have seemed promising when considering Jim's fate, it wouldn't for long. The investigators swabbed the item and took it as evidence just in case, before expanding the search to the great outdoors.
Tour of Janky's house in 2016. So, chat, do y'all believe if y'all would walk into my house, y'all would think my house would look like that? Genuine question.
Nothing? How close does he have to be, depending on...
Usually within about 4 to 6 feet. He'll alert.
Wow.
Okay.
While following the dog, one of the detectives came across what appeared to be a tombstone. Here, the canine alerted, which it was trained to do only if it detected the smell of human remains. Before they could start digging, Jim's daughter returned to the scene. What she said dashed any hope of finding clues near the headstone.
Do you know anything about a gravesite being here? Not your dad's, but there's a World War I.
Oh, no, that's just okay, so here's what happened. That got, me and my mom actually got that from, that's part of her family, and they replaced the stone, and they allowed us to take that one. There's no grave to it. It's just a stone. Yep, it's just a stone.
Well, the dog actually alerted to it right there when it's laid up against the tree.
They theorized that the headstone had absorbed some of the scent of human remains from the cemetery where it came from, resulting in a false alert. While it was good news that they hadn't found a body, it was also troubling, because they still had no leads about what happened to Jim. Only later would they realize they had overlooked a crucial source of evidence. Still, a promising lead turned up. On a property just a few miles down the road, the investigator stopped by to chat with a man named Kenny, who knew both Mike and Jim.
Sheriff's office.
Yo, so I think it's about to be a plot twist, man.
Michael, Dixon.
What about
I think this is about to be a plot.
He ain't seen him for a couple days.
Sure about that?
Positive.
All right, because his car's right there.
I know it is.
Yeah. So that's not doing something silly if you're not telling the truth.
Oh, I'm telling the truth.
Okay, so when did he drop his car?
Yeah, it was on that
I
nigga's
guess
shirt.
last night, but I wasn't here. My girlfriend was here then.
Okay, can I go look at it?
Oh, I don't care. All right.
Chat, what's on his shirt, chat? Y'all see?
Apparently,
Is it
Mike
sweat?
left his car behind because it was leaking transmission fluid. However, that was the only explanation he offered before taking off again. When looking through the back window, the deputies could see the chainsaw Jim's daughter said Mike took from the house. Mike's mom and stepdad, Denise and Frank Specie, lived just down the street from where Mike had left his car.
Rondo missed.
When they headed over to the Specie house, the investigators found not only what they were looking for, but also would soon discover that multiple members of the Dixon family were hiding things, even if some of them didn't know it.
Mike, there's a pair of guys got to work for you. You can take them there. Okay?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, chat. Yo, chat, Mike, Mike giving me vibes like he know he did something, but he ain't trying to come forward, chat. I think we about to see something. I ain't gonna lie. I think something about to pop up, bro. The whole family chopped this. Come on, man. You worried about... All right, bro.
Oh, let's take a couple off that cigarette.
You just can't hang it in your mouth, keep smoking it if you want.
Yeah.
That'll help you out. Is your dad here? Okay, is there anybody else here or just your dad?
I feel like he hiding something, chat.
Okay.
He hiding
Detectives
something,
placed
bro.
Mike under arrest on a pre-existing traffic warrant, but that wasn't what they really wanted to talk to him about. They made him aware of his Miranda rights before getting to the heart of the matter.
You want to talk to me about what's been going on at Jim's house?
They say that his daughter come down a few days ago and said that I had to get out of the house. He's been gone, I think, since the 5th.
And his daughter come saying, oh, I was getting rid of his stuff. I didn't get rid of nothing of his. He was like a dad to me.
So what do you think has happened to Jim?
I'm hoping nothing. I'm hoping he just took off, but I don't know why.
Further up the
I bet
driveway,
you don't
other
know why.
detectives
Yeah,
spoke
I
with
bet you don't.
18-year-old Melody.
Did James say where he was going or anything?
No. He didn't really say where he was going. He was just,
What happened to,
no. He didn't.
Wait, chat, y'all don't see them toes? Hold on, chat. Hold on 1 second. I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all don't see them? Man. Motherfuckers is she biting her toe? Is she biting her toe? Why her toenail so low like that? Why her toenail so low? What the hell? Y'all see? What in the world?
He didn't really say where he was going. He was just,
what happened to,
You gotta get
some
that.
of his
You know what I'm saying?
what do you mean?
like his guns, his TV set, and all that?
Well, the gun was been missing, and I don't know about TV.
Unfortunately for Melody,
All right.
Kenny and his son Jeff, who owned the property
Okay.
where Mike left his car, told the detectives otherwise.
Mike Dixon, did he sell you a TV, a TV?
Yeah.
The other missing TV was purchased by Kenny. This was just the tip of the iceberg when it came to
Who was
Melody's
that?
secrets, and they only became more troubling from here. The investigators continued to press her, hopeful that she would slip up again.
Do you think that something's happened to Jim?
I think he just took off because that's what he's been talking about for a while.
Where would he go?
Well, he told me and Dad, he's like, I'm just gonna not be here one day, and you guys can.
That's
keep this
cap,
place.
chat. That's cap. That's cap, bro. That's cap.
Damn family don't give a goddamn about me or whatever. So.
That's cap. Cap. I'll call it
You
cap.
think something's happened to him?
I don't really know because last time I seen him was 4th, 5th.
Melody was talking to
talking
police
nervously,
on the
bro. I ain't
27th,
gonna lie.
claiming that Jim had been missing for around 23 days at this point. Melody said that prior to living with Jim and her father, Mike, she'd been in foster care and was specifically not supposed to be in contact with her father. The reason for this was stomach churning, as
What?
investigators would find out. But for now, police focused on what they knew and the note Jim supposedly left.
All right.
Did you and Jim have a relationship? No?
He wanted one.
You want one?
Hey, 56 to 18.
I told him no, went berserk, and that's what that letter was about.
This topic would come up again later. Currently, the detectives probably noticed that despite the dire situation, Melody's priority was clearly not the missing Jim, but her father, Mike.
Is he going to jail? Mike.
Because there's a warrant for you.
Mike was transported to the
All right.
sheriff's office, where the detectives continued
my
to
boy
question him
Reaper,
about
right
Jim's
up.
whereabouts.
But Jim had talked about in the past. Was there anything to indicate that he was going to, that his depression had reached a limit on that day?
I didn't think so.
Didn't think so. But I mean, if he was to basically Why would he take a TV?
Yeah.
While they'd already found the TVs Mike sold to Kenny and Jeff, investigators also tracked down more of Jim's missing property. A firearm matching the description of Jim's favorite rifle was sold on July 6th to an acquaintance of Mike's named Tommy, but he resold it 2 days later. Investigators were able to track it down and collect it as evidence. When chatting with the detectives, Tommy revealed more than just the location of the rifle. He also shared some concerning information about Jim and Mike's odd relationship.
Because, see, Michael beat out that old man a bunch. Like, yeah, they got to fight a lot, man. The old man would get high on meth, because that old man was a meth head. And he'd get high on meth and stuff, and him and Michael would get into it, hot and heavy. I mean,
I'm going to keep it a buck. They probably some meth heads, but Chad, I know he a meth head, too. He can't say, he's trying to sit here and put the blame on them, but low-key, he know that he got meth in his crib, too. He playing the blame game. He know what he doing. He know what he doing, so he know what he doing.
Black Michael's eyes, and Michael black his eyes, too. I mean, they was like they was two fighting married couple. I swear to God, that's what you thought.
The next day, when the deputies
he got
returned
some
to
meth, too.
ask
I told
Tommy
you
a
some
few
crack
follow-up
pipes somewhere.
questions, he had something else to add, this time sharing what Mike had apparently told him about his daughter Melody and Jim.
He had said that he had caught his daughter and him in bed. I asked him. That's on my kids. I asked him right in my living room 2 days before you guys arrested him. I asked him if he did it, and here's his exact reaction when I asked him. He's like, "No, man, I didn't do it like that." Like, like, how you put that? You know, when somebody's being sarcastic, like you know, like you can see in their voice and hear that he knows more than what he was saying.
Everything Tommy shared was concerning, and
didn't do it like that. You guys arrested him in bed.
His daughter Melody Christians. He had something else to add, this time sharing what Mike had apparently told him about his daughter Melody and Jim.
He had said that he had caught his daughter and him in bed. I asked him. That's on my kids. I asked him right in my living room 2 days before you guys arrested him. I asked him if he did it, and here's his exact reaction when I asked him. He's like, "No, man, I didn't do it like that." Like, like, how you put that? You know, when somebody's being sarcastic, like you know, like you can see in their voice and hear that he knows more than what he was saying.
Everything Tommy shared was concerning, and investigators' suspicions only increased when they spoke to some of Jim's neighbors.
He mentioned that he was going to kill Jimmy, I don't know how many times. Several times. And this was even before Melody showed up down here. So they get in fights, and they push at each other. They get in fights, and the next thing you hear is a couple gunshots, and you have to wonder, okay, did somebody shoot somebody this time, or really for real?
At the sheriff's office, the investigators shared similar concerns with Mike.
I guess what makes it look strange for you, Mike...
Hold on, Chad, hold on. So is Mike the 40-year-old and Jim Whitaker, the 56-year-old that's missing, they was over here taking turns on the 18-year-old? That's what they said, right? Right? Yeah? Oh, God.
Is that you guys continued to live there and never let anybody know that Jim was missing. I mean, why not call the sheriff's office and say, "Hey, this guy's left, the TV's missing, his gun's missing, and I haven't seen him for a few days." Even though I understand Jim's an adult, but why didn't you go and call us?
Gotta be Bama.
I don't know. I should have when I was going to. I asked a few people what they thought, and they said, "Oh no, Jim might be doing something he don't want the cops to know about." I should have called you.
And then Mike made a mistake.
No, I cared about Jim a lot. I did. I mean, I'm not funny, but he was like my uncle.
Alarmingly, Mike used the past tense when referring to Jim. It only got worse from there. Mike soon confessed to something so horrendous that not only was he placed under arrest, but detectives returned to the Specie residence to bring Melody in for an interview of her own.
How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Melody, I'd like to take you down to Louisville and talk with you about your dad. Okay? You okay to go? You're not under arrest. You're not under arrest or anything like that.
Who's her dad? Who's her dad?
It's a nice private area.
Melody agreed to go back to the station. Once they got there.
Wait, chat. Which one is her dad? Is it Jim or is it Mike? Mike's the dad? All right.
The detectives made her aware of her Miranda rights before finally getting down to business.
All right, Mike the dad.
And what I would like for you to do is talk with us about the incident that occurred with Mr. Whitaker. About what your dad has told us. Are you willing to talk to us?
Do you actually have a recording of him saying that?
Sure do.
Could you check like a recording first and then send it to
I don't have the video with me.
So I guess you have to go online right now.
Well,
I don't know if what you're telling me is correct or not.
wouldn't you want the family to have closure? Do you think that James deserves to be laid out?
Not good people, in my opinion.
Pardon?
They're not good people, so why want them? They're not good people. None of them.
So you don't care about James?
No, I would say, well, he's a bad person.
In what way?
Every way, I have no opinion.
In every way? In what way was that?
Why do you say James was
Whoa.
bad?
Yeah, this. I'm going to find out. So Dad had to leave. What was wrong? I mean, and this man, I'm trying to see the F out. Well, I had a direction, like really bad. So I went to the one steps to get to the direction. And grabbed me. And I was like, what the heck? And
Yo,
I
Jeremiah.
just screamed to Dad. So he would get that out. And once he go, I was like, well, let me leave then. And I took a hold away from him.
Why didn't he want you to leave with your dad?
Because
The investigators would return to the quandary of why Jim didn't want Melody to leave, and this discussion would reveal what could be the key to understanding this nightmare situation.
So you guys were arguing. I need the beer. Okay. So he has hold of your wrist.
yeah, her arms were sitting before me and then she bent me over. And I was thinking I just went to the back. And then he went out the throat.
Grab you by your throat.
And asked me to look over and saw him. Dad.
This wasn't the full story. Melody was leaving out some of the most chilling pieces, but
Right, they gotta stop doing this, bro. Come on, man. They keep doing this close-up picture like she Kim Kardashian. Can y'all please back the camera up? All right, like there's no reason for them to do this. It's literally no reason, like no reason at all. It's like, bro, at this point they're trying to be funny. Like, come on, man. It's like they want us to say something at this point.
But for now, detectives had no choice but to turn to Mike, who told them a similar story, resulting in his arrest. Not only that, but he also agreed to go back to the property and reconstruct the crime scene for police.
I told him I was going down the stairs to get my gun, and I went and got my gun.
Come up.
Yep. That's when Melody was coming out of the thing. I could hear them scuffling a little bit.
What were they saying anything to each other?
No, I just heard her kind of like yelling. And supposedly she grabbed like his gun. She said all she remembered just looking down the barrel of it. I heard the safety on his gun click off, and that's when I shot mine.
So Gene saw that your dad was pointing a gun at him?
He didn't have enough reaction time.
He didn't have enough reaction time to do anything? Is that what you're saying?
And I was like, not close.
Bro, this is
a couple feet
odd.
away.
This is so odd. I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't close enough for that. I think that's a little line.
I'm right here where I'm standing.
Okay.
And if he would be to come forward towards me a little bit, no, that way, just look right there. And if you would have turned like, if you would have been going to look like, yep, right like that. Right there.
Right there?
Yep, not right just like that, exactly.
And where did you hit him in his body?
Right there where he's pointing towards his eye.
The investigators had now confirmed that Jim was deceased, but the location of his body remained a mystery. The issue of motive would also
Wait, so the dad killed Jim? The dad, no. R.P. Jim, dog. R.P. Jim, bruh.
The question when police found
Jim in the
evidence
chat,
suggesting
bruh.
that there was something sickening going on
So
behind
where's his
closed
body
doors.
at?
He only did what he did because of me.
This, as it was later revealed, was probably true, but perhaps not for the reasons Melody was giving.
He wasn't doing it because he's an evil person or whatever.
I understand. He's just trying to protect you.
And I don't think he should get like maximum punishment or whatever, like everyone else is. You know, it's basically, it was my fault that it started.
No, it's not your fault. I wouldn't say that.
Because if I wouldn't have walked those steps, that wasn't fun.
No matter the truth, the gory efforts that followed Jim's death meant that the Dixons were in a heap of trouble.
Did he talk about how he cleaned it up?
Just with bleach.
Bleach? Do you know where he bought the bleach from? Was there bleach at the house?
Yeah.
Did you cover up anything over here? Did you clean anything?
Yeah, I cleaned.
Did you clean up on the wall? Cover up anything over here? Did you clean?
Like what, bro? No, y'all don't see it because I'm in the way, bro. Chat, please look at this, bro. Oh my god. Yo, chat, it comes to a point, gang, come on, bro. Oh my god, man. Oh Lord Jesus Christ, bro. There is no way people live like this, bro. It's not real. This is not real, bro. It's not real, bro. Like, yo, it's dishes on top of dishes on top of more dishes. Like, it's like dish galore over there. God, Lee. Could you imagine Thanksgiving at their house? My God. Someone say shout out, bro. No shout out. This is not a shout out worthy. Oh, hell no.
Clean anything?
Yeah, I cleaned.
This is
Did you
pure
clean up
dirty.
on the wall?
A little bit, and then over the bladder up, you can kind of like right in that way, you can see stuff.
Rondo crib.
Where was most of the blood? On the floor. Was most on the floor?
Yep.
Was there a puddle?
Down there.
In the process of the cover-up, Mike had also rearranged some of the furniture. Surprisingly, he hadn't done so alone.
The only reason I didn't think much about it is because me and Jimmy were talking about it. Mike may have even been in the room before Jimmy had not been around.
Not been around.
You know, yeah.
All right, so he had his friend to help him.
We just actually rearranged stuff around and, you know, maybe threw away trash or stuff like that. Nothing was cleaned. It makes me feel crappy or sick to think if Jimmy was around in any way, shape, or form, you know, dead even or whatnot when I was up there.
While Jim's friend Keith was nothing more than an unwitting accomplice, others were far more involved in the case than they let on. Back with Mike, the officers moved the refrigerator into its original position so Mike could continue his reconstruction of the scene.
Bro, where's Jim at? They asking the random, like, where's Jim?
Where was the gun?
The gun was about where my feet are.
Which way was the gun?
The barrel was towards that.
Who's that?
This was it. Say, this is the barrel like that. It was up right there.
Was it laying on him?
Right there.
So where's the butt of the gun? That's the butt of the gun.
I just when I come up here and I took my over that way.
Kicked it out. And then what?
And then I reached down and like I told you and seen if he had any pulse.
Okay. And then what'd you do? Where was Melody?
Over there. About where that baseball bat's at.
Once again, Melody filled in more of the missing details.
What kind of clothes did you have on at the time?
My graduation dress.
Graduation dress? What color?
White.
What did you do with it?
Who is that?
Pretty sure my dad burned it. Because it had stuff on it.
While Melody believed her father burnt the dress, he never admitted to it. When the dress was burned, however, was an entirely different matter. Jim's neighbors provided a little more insight.
We were sitting here just enjoying our 4th of July, and Melody comes walking down the driveway. And she stood there and asked if we had any gas that she could buy from a gas can. And what she was wearing that day, we all noticed that it looked like it had a blood stain on the middle of it.
About that big around.
When examining Jim's financial records, the investigators noticed that his debit card was used at a gas station on the 4th of July. This very well could have been the last place Jim had gone.
$1.99.
That was the dollar dumb no. What's good, buddy?
JD5 just posted it's so much aura.
I'm gonna look at it after this. Appreciate $1, my boy.
But they also probably had to wonder if this transaction was made by Melody or Mike using his card. Unfortunately, they never found out, as the gas station footage had already been recorded over. But something else Melody said in interrogation clued the investigators in on who else may have known about the crime, and lied about it as well.
Is your family like Frank, or is he married? Are they supporting you? I mean, are they being nice to you at least?
Me and my grandpa.
Your grandpa?
Frank.
Frank? Okay, that's your grandpa. Okay. Have you tried to talk to him about it so that they understand what you're going through?
I mean, yeah, I don't really talk to my grandpa.
I mean, what is she going through, though?
Can't really trust him.
Mike also revealed that he told his stepdad, Frank, about killing Jim. This was about to be a big problem for Frank, as the police headed back to the Specie house a 3rd time.
With that being told, I want you to understand something. I've already talked to Mike. I've already talked to Melody. They both indicated to me that they talked to you and told you of the involvement of James' death, or Jimmy, if that's what you want to call him.
When did he tell you this, and how did he tell you this? Was it right after it occurred, or a day or two afterwards?
So when they come here, I thought he shot at him. I didn't know.
You just said he shot him.
Shot at. That's all. That's the way it was phrased to me.
Okay, and he didn't say, "I killed him."
No.
He didn't say,
No.
"I buried him. I get rid of the body."
No.
Anything like that.
No. But that's when I would have gotten hold of somebody and found out what was going on, because I knew Jimmy years ago.
Did he try to bring a weapon here?
No.
Any kind of gun at all? Handgun, long gun?
Not that I've seen.
Frank was granted a reprieve for now.
All right,
But when police
Frank ain't
eventually
lying.
got to the truth,
Like
Frank would be
Frank ain't
facing
lying,
some
Shaq.
serious consequences. Still, it didn't take long for those consequences to begin. Something else Melody shared had the potential to land the family back in hot water.
God damn!
I don't know this information because.
Did he give it to Frank?
No. I don't even think he's allowed to have guns in my house because he has on disability or something.
Melody was right. Mike didn't give the firearm to Frank. He gave it to someone else in the family. This meant it was time for a 4th visit to the Specie house.
No, thank you, my dog. Yes.
What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Denisha.
You're Denisha?
No, Denise.
Denise. Oh, I was say Denisha is an odd name. Different name. What was in the house, Denise?
My husband.
That's
my
right.
son.
Is that
John?
John?
John, he's in the shower.
Okay. Can you have Frank come out as well? And I'll talk to you two just for a second, and then
get you apprised of what we're doing here.
By this point, Frank likely knew.
Hey, Grandma Fly don't take Grandma Fly.
Yeah, here's what's happening right now. We are here for a search warrant of your residence. Okay?
Officers make everyone come outside so they can speak with them. Mike's mother, Denise, was visibly distraught.
I just found out about this yesterday. I had a phone call.
Well, we've got a lot of explaining to do to you and all that stuff, but like I said, there's a process we have to
She
follow.
better cry right now.
She only became more upset when one of the officers tried to read her Miranda rights.
Calm down, Granny. Calm down.
Listen, this is nothing.
Granny, calm down.
Okay.
Yeah, you good, Granny. Calm
Meanwhile,
down.
once Mike's brother John was out of the shower, the deputies took him aside and advised him of his Miranda rights, even though he wasn't under arrest.
Essentially, there's only one question that I really need to ask you. Gun? Correct. Where is that gun at?
Get it out of my trunk.
It's in your trunk? Sir. You know, the question is Michael brought you the gun.
I bought the gun from my brother before any of this ever happened. He kept asking me to borrow it. He wanted to go hunting with it. And then he showed back up with it that morning. I didn't know yet. He just showed up with it. Here's your gun back.
The suspected murder weapon was exactly where John said it was.
All right, let's see what
John
gun it
had
was.
something else to share besides the location of the weapon. John had something else to share besides the location.
Ooh, shit. Man, RP, my nigga. Come on, man. God, Lee. Look at that. What oughta? I ain't like, nah, god damn. Nigga, that's some type of shit that's the type of gun you hunt with like a deer. Bro, child, I get hit with sorry, no, let me stop. Man, RP Jim, dog, that's messed up. That's messed up, bro.
Location of the
I
weapon.
know that hurt, bro.
This has been brewing. Jimmy and Michael have been threatening to shoot each other for 2 years.
The reason why things had escalated now, rather than any other time, was nothing short of scandalous.
Did Michael tell you that he shot and killed Jimmy?
No, he did not personally tell me. He did not.
He didn't personally tell you, but did anybody in secondhand tell you?
I am willing to plead the fifth on that.
John chose to plead the fifth. He did not get in any legal trouble. In addition to sorting out who knew what about the crime, police still needed to locate Jim's body and try to work out the true motive for his death.
All right, yeah. Where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? That's the main point. Where is he at?
What happened then with James' body?
Thank you. There we go. There we go.
I was bored of that. My dad made me go downstairs and go to bed.
So he told you to go downstairs?
Well, he and walked me downstairs, and because I was like shocked. When he kept screaming my name, but I just wouldn't move. And that's when he grabbed me and brought me downstairs and like helped me in bed and told me to stay down here for a little while, and I fell asleep.
Mike provided firsthand horrific details of what happened next.
He was right here. I took him and I slid his head over this way. I put the sled right here beside him, took him, rolled him over, got hold of the sled, put it here and rolled him over onto it and rolled him out the door.
The sled Mike used was a deer sled, frequently used by hunters to haul heavy game home. The story only got grislier from there.
So when you woke up, was all the blood and everything cleaned up? It was already gone?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't know where any of that stuff went to?
Yes, we burned it.
Did you ask him or did he just tell you?
Well, he told me the night before I was going to go take care of everything. Or,
You never actually witnessed
She over here
how the
snitching.
body was dragged out of the home?
She over here snitching,
How
chat.
it was removed or anything
no,
like
but he
that?
didn't want me to know. He didn't want me
He didn't want you to watch?
He knew once he pulled the trigger that he did that. And he shouldn't have done it.
While Melody and Mike both insisted that she didn't help clean up the crime scene, police likely found it hard to believe that Mike could have pulled off the entire cover-up without help. Melody was also in trouble for lying to the police when they first asked her if she knew what happened to Jim. As a result, she was placed under arrest for obstruction of justice.
Damn!
While Mike was doing his walkthrough and reconstruction of the crime, Melody was also brought over from the jail to do her own on-site interview. While there, she saw her father for the first time since his arrest.
Yes.
Melody was also asked to reconstruct the crime.
You went to bed?
I just went to bed at that moment.
You just went to bed with bloody arms and
Well, I was kind of, I hadn't went to bed in a very long time, days, and when I came down here, I just basically passed out.
However, this wasn't the only thing they wanted to ask her about, as police were still trying to piece together the real motive.
Had there been anything going on between you and Jimmy?
No. No.
I need to know. Nothing.
No, he wanted something, but I told him no, and he got mad about it, and I told...
When was that?
Basically the entire time I've been here.
So the entire time,
He's like...
he'd been hitting on you, wanting you to do things with him,
Yeah.
and you never did.
Mm-hmm.
What about anything between you and your dad? Nothing at all?
No.
As odd as this line of questioning may sound, there was a very good reason investigators were asking. There was something unsettling going on with Mike and his 18-year-old daughter, Melody. Police were made aware of the troubling allegations early on in the investigation when speaking with Jim's family.
Michael Dixon was here. Yeah. And what's his girlfriend's name?
His daughter.
Oh, his daughter.
Melody. Yeah, it's his daughter/girlfriend.
Police had...
Hey, Mike. Hey, yo, chat. We need Mike to be, but he needs to be below the prison. Chat. Mike belongs below the prison. He don't even belong in prison. He belongs below it. Nah. Oh, hell nah, dog. Hey, Mike, you disgusting, dog.
Investigation.
You are disgusting.
Michael Dixon was here. Yeah. And what's his girlfriend's name?
It's his daughter.
Oh, his daughter.
Melody. Yeah, it's his daughter/girlfriend.
Police had also
He
spoken
clapping
to
his
Melody's mother,
daughter?
Brandy, and what she shared added an upsetting layer to the case. Brandy explained the reason that Melody had been put in foster care and was not supposed to be in contact with her father.
The Children's Services decided not to let Melody go back out because they think there was a possibility he made out with his own daughter. So they kept her in foster care. When she came up here and started visiting me, she wanted to see her dad, but nobody could stop her because she was 18. She started seeing her dad, but I don't know the things he said to her or whatever, but he got her back on drugs again, like meth and all that crap.
Brandy said that there were multiple previous CPS reports detailing an ongoing struggle to keep Mike and Melody apart, but this is unconfirmed. Brandy also alleged that Mike's mother, Denise, was not only aware of the incestuous relationship, but had purchased lingerie for Melody. However, we do not have evidence to confirm this claim. Melody's younger sister made even more revolting claims.
Whenever we lived out with his mom and dad, I walked in the trailer and Melody and him was under the blanket, but maybe.
You said that happened out at Frank and Denise's house? Was that like a long time ago?
Wait, go back. What did she say?
Out at
I walked in the
Even more revolting claims.
Whenever we lived out with his mom and dad, I walked in the trailer and Melody and him was under the blanket, but maybe.
You said that happened out at
Frank and
Denise's house? Was that like a long time ago? Or like...
No, it wasn't. It hasn't even been a year yet. This September's going to be a year. They'd always hold hands and all this. And he tried to hold my hand. He was like, "Come on, baby girl, you can hold my hand." I said, "No. Do you want me to beat the f out of you?" That's just nasty. I'm not like 2 years old. I'm actually glad he's in jail. He needs to die in jail with all the that he's done.
Horrifically, Brandy and Melody's sister would not be the only ones to share troubling information with the police. Keith, the Whitaker family friend who had
everybody just coming out with Mike, huh?
Scene, told the police that he had tried to convince Jim to kick Mike and Melody out, as he suspected they were having an incestuous affair. He told police that on multiple occasions while he was over, Mike and Melody would go downstairs together, and he would hear sounds of intimacy shortly thereafter. On one occasion, he said Melody invited him to stick around so they could have some fun, which sent Mike into such a rage that he grabbed a weapon and shot it out the back door several times. With the possibility of an illicit father-daughter relationship now in the mix, the investigators had to...
Yo, Chad, I need to... All right, Chad. So, I mean, this is probably the easiest thing to understand, bro. But if y'all don't understand it back, bro, obviously, long story short, Mike is clapping his daughter, Chad. I know it sounds crazy. I know Rondo saying it makes it probably sound funny, but I'm being dead serious. Mike is clapping his daughter, Chad. He's clapping his daughter. He is. He's doing it. I don't even know what state this is in, chat, but could we guess what state this is, bro? I'm going to sit here and say it got to be either Mississippi or it got to be Alabama. One of them. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. It got to be either Mississippi or Alabama, bro. I ain't finna count. This is disgusting, bro. How the hell You clapping something that came out of your nuts.
Gave away the money.
That's nasty. My boy UNDERDOG. Appreciate that goddamn membership, my boy. That is disgusting, bruh. That is actually nasty. Like, actually, bruh. Ohio, Alabama, Maryland, y'all. This ain't no Maryland. This is far from Maryland, chat. This is not Maryland. I promise you, chat. This is nowhere near the DMV. I know there's some niggas in the back like, well, they're from our state. Yeah, I know. It's all good, bro. They represent you, and you represent them. So if you, we ain't even gonna talk about it. Shout out to bro. Let's get into the video.
To wonder if this could have been a factor in Jim's
Ohio?
death. Little did they
This in
know,
Ohio?
the case would get even more twisted. While investigators had Melody and Mike at the crime scene, they focused on trying to locate Jim's remains.
What's good, Cliff?
During his reconstruction of the crime, Mike walked the investigators through the chilling steps he took to get rid of the evidence.
So, which way did you drag him down into here? You drug him right through here? And then show me where you laid the body.
Watch your feet in that trap, buddy.
His head was about right there? And the feet were down that way? And his head is about where your feet are? Okay.
So where's his body?
And you say you burnt him 10 to 15 hours?
Yes.
And you were, this whole time you were using wood, sticks, accelerant?
Ontario Wilson's donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
Yo!
Don't diss Mississippi, lil bro.
I ain't dissing Mississippi, but I heard y'all be kissing y'all cousins. That's what I heard. That's what everybody been telling me.
I might use the accelerant when I first started it.
Who's that other boy?
Mike also said that he burned Jim's cell phone, multiple shotgun shells, and other spent casings.
Like, how much stuff was piled on top of him, on top of the body?
Probably a foot or two.
A what?
Foot or two. So you got a foot or two on top of him. You're lighting. You throw tires on after it's going. Wood. And you just kept throwing that stuff on there?
For a little bit, not all that long. Then once I got it going, I went in the house.
Okay. Did you stir it around? Fluff him up, let's say, like you'd fluff a fire up?
Once.
You did? Did you see his body then when you fluffed it?
Okay. Did you come out and make sure that he was gone? You didn't look at it to see if there's anything left?
Wait, so chat, where is his body?
The investigators were inclined to believe Mike, as they'd already found a way to substantiate
Where's
his
his
claims.
body? Chat, where's his body? Oh, he's looking for it. He burned it? So where the bones?
That's something. It appears to be a skull cap. Huh? Yep. Is that hair right there? There's more of that rope taken up.
You gave away the money. Who told you to give away the money?
That looks more like hair.
Pimp name Baker donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
Yo!
I am back, Kai's subathon had ended, so we back.
I'm gonna stick my feet. Don't let me see your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Andy.
Hey!
There's some more.
The initial investigators and the K-9 units had passed over this very burn pit without alerting. Along with the bone shards, the investigators also found a bone with what looked to be medically implanted scaffolding. Jim's doctor confirmed that the device could be consistent with the spine surgery Jim had years ago. But it still wasn't over. According to Mike, there was another place that needed to be searched for the rest of Jim's remains.
Damn!
Just a few days after Mike and Melody were arrested, the sheriff's department decided to pay Mike's stepfather, Frank, another visit.
Alright, so this is what's happening. I have a warrant for your arrest. What? Okay, for obstruction of justice, okay, during the investigation. Okay?
What is obstruction of justice?
Alright,
what
so
does that
I'm
mean?
gonna place you under arrest right now, okay? I need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Frank was cooperative, but Denise wasn't shy about expressing her displeasure.
Yeah. So what does obstruction of justice
While
mean?
Frank was in jail, the lead detectives, along with the prosecutor, once again tried to convince him to share what he knew about the case. What he revealed was appalling.
There was conversations that I know you had with Michael, with Melody present, especially when it came to destroying the teeth.
Frank insisted he didn't know anything until they showed him a video clip of him mentioning this to an officer, at which point he magically remembered.
Why did he tell you that he destroyed the teeth? How did that come out?
He just come out and said it because he seemed like he really got into it. He just seemed like it was weird because he seemed like he enjoyed it. And I'm like, you enjoyed something like that?
I need to understand how he got from Jimmy's gone to describing in detail to the point where you think he enjoys destroying human teeth, because that's a big jump. and you're giving me no detail here.
Did he say whether or not Jimmy was dead when he knocked the teeth out?
Yeah, he said he was gone. That's what I kept saying. He was gone. He didn't say nothing about him being dead. He's gone.
After learning this, the detectives brought Mike back out for a...
What would you think that... I see why he got arrested for obstruction of justice. Show them, bro.
Another
And
walkthrough
like
and enlisted his
what?
help to find what might remain of the teeth and the jawbone he said was kept with it.
What was it in again?
A bowl.
A bowl of teeth and jaw. What?
I believe it was plastic. Hold on. Like this?
Oh, let me move myself because I'm in the way.
You sit underneath this shelf or underneath here?
Underneath right there.
Could it be anywhere else? How big's the bowl?
Oh, it's bigger on that metal right there.
How high is it?
About 3-4 inches. That wasn't that.
Look at this
That wasn't
room.
that. Mhm.
Where could it have gone?
This is just hoarding 101.
We found it by now. I mean, it wasn't hid, did. Just sitting there.
Detectives were left with no choice but to out the entire basement, one item at a time. Despite all this work, Jim's jawbone and his teeth could not be found.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's going to take a long time, huh?
An examination of the remains that were located revealed the sickening reason Mike had taken the chainsaw with him when he first fled Jim's residence. Many of the bone fragments showed evidence of cut marks, suggesting that Mike dismembered Jim's body before burning it. However, it was impossible to determine a precise cause of death because the remains were so damaged. Even after making this horrible discovery, the most shocking revelation was yet to come.
Damn, what's
Several months later, while waiting for the case to go to court, one of Melody's cellmates asked to speak with the detectives. What she alleged aligned with what many had feared all along.
Well, her and her dad had a relationship of sleeping with each other. How do you know that? She said it. How did she say it?
Her dad had, bedroom together and
Told her, I was like, that's not.
Yeah, man.
and she just acted like it was no big deal. So, I mean, every day we would tell her and ask her why are you she's in love with her dad.
Did you have a relationship with James Whitaker?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever kiss?
No.
Not even a kiss.
Contrary to this, another woman incarcerated with Melody claimed she'd heard the exact opposite about Melody and Jim.
Did she ever talk about any kind of relationship with him?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
What did she say about that?
I mean, pretty much that she would sleep with them for money.
If Melody did have a relationship with Jim as well as her father, it had the potential to change almost everything about the case. It would explain the regular fights between Jim and Mike, and could mean that the shooting was the fallout of a twisted love triangle. While looking for proof of a relationship between Melody and Jim, the detectives obtained a search warrant to go through Melody's phone.
There's a video on your phone. Police officers retrieved your phone. Looks like there's contact between you and your father. Would that be accurate or no?
Yes.
How long had you had a relationship with Michael?
The first thing that happened was when I got taken out of mom's custody and put in grandma's custody back in 2017.
This is disgusting, dog.
Melody claimed to be on meth each time she had relations with her father.
How many times did that happen?
The meth using or?
With Michael.
And when I was 16, between 4 and 6 times.
Disturbed.
Oh, God, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, 16, 3 to 4 times. 16, bruh? So he was 40 when she was 18. So he was what? Wait, okay, my math ain't math. If he was 40 when she 18, when she was 16, that means that he was 38? He was 38. Yo, Mike, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Michael and her are sick. This is just sick. I'm not gonna lie. This is just actually disgusting. Actually, bro. Bro, how do you even... All right, bro. All right.
With Michael.
And when I was 16, between 4 and 6 times.
Disturbingly, this had taken place at the Specie house, while Melody and Mike were living with Frank and Denise, Melody's grandparents. As Melody's confession continued, it only became more upsetting.
What else?
And how many times after that did it happen when you weren't at your grandmother's? Like, did that start to happen when you started to live with him and James?
Yeah.
About how many times?
I don't know what I can count.
Damn.
Years of my life. Whenever you try to say no, and then like men are on top of you and you can't push them off, and then whenever I would tell my dad no, he would stop and he would respect that. So I feel like, so that's why I thought it was okay, because he always stopped. I said no.
You realize it wasn't okay? You know that now? You also realize it wasn't your fault? Because it wasn't, okay? It was not okay. It wasn't your fault. You're a grown-ass man and you know better.
That is facts.
In 2021, Michael Dixon was sentenced to life in prison for murder, along with 3 years for tampering with evidence and 16.5 years for engaging in corrupt acts. He will not be eligible for parole until 2070, at which point he would be 91 years old. Melody, meanwhile, was convicted on 2 counts of obstruction of justice and 3 counts of tampering with evidence. She was sentenced to 9 years in prison and will be eligible for release in 2029. Finally, Frank was convicted on 1 count of obstructing justice. He received credit for time served and 5 years on probation. Despite these convictions, we still don't know the full truth about why Mike killed Jim or the exact date of Jim's death. These factors will remain a mystery until either Mike or Melody reveal these final secrets.
Jesus Louise, bro. That might have been the most disgusting one we've ever watched, to be honest, bro. That was nasty, bro. I ain't finna lie. That was actually disgusting, shit. I'm not even finna lie to you, bro. Alright, man, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good one for sure. It was definitely a good one, but this don't top the 3-5 Reaper, Rob, or Todd situation. That don't top that situation, unfortunately. So this one going chat. Still number 1 is the Reaper Rob situation, unfortunately. Then number 2, I'll probably say this one too. I ain't gonna lie, but this was a good video. But this was disgusting, bro. This was actually disgusting, bro. I ain't finna count. Alright. Which one? Now, we're not ranking to another one, but which one should be the next one, chat? Which one should be the next one? I ain't gonna lie. Which one should be the next one, chat? Which one should be the next one? Now, it's a lot of them that's like other like 50 minutes. I don't know, bro. Like, what should be the next one, bro? Hey, I love you, bro. Love you too, Lincoln. That's not 3-5. Where's my jewel?